Yeah, what are user stories? How do you define them? And what do you think of user stories?
So Rahul, at the very core, I think a user story would describe something that the user wants to accomplish by using whatever product you're trying to build, right? User stories originated as part of the Agile and the Scrum development strategies. But for designers, they're going to mainly serve as reminders of user goals and a way to organize and prioritize how the product is going to be designed and developed. A user story should be very short, something very short, about one sentence long. In fact, a simple template of a user story would be, as a user, I want to, and then just append with the basic user goal. What are you trying to accomplish, right? And because these stories are so typically so short and specific, it's going to take you a lot of user stories to cover every possible use case. So for example, if you were to start writing user stories, it would begin with something like, as a user, I want to create a new account, right? But then you should start thinking what really involves in creating the new account. The user would need to supply a username, a password, any other pertinent information, and then each individual action would need a corresponding user story. And the more specific each story is, the easier things will be later for the designers and developers. So essentially, if we were to use that same example of as a user, I want to create an account, it could actually be further broken down into, as a user, I want to type the username. As a user, I want to enter a password. As a user, I want to re-enter my password to verify it. As a user, I want to submit this information and create an account, etc. And if done properly, the end result will be a long set of user stories, and that's what the intent is.